Now, section 13 involves proportions, and we have two fractions here for this question here. And fractions normally aren't very nice, but they're actually okay for solving equations because we're just going to do the opposites. So instead of dividing by 4, I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. And instead of dividing by 3, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. And that will actually get rid of my fractions. Let me bring that down a little bit more. So what I'm really doing is this. So I'm timesing this one by 4, and, I'm going to times this one by 3, and I'm going to times this one by 3. And I'm going to put parentheses to show I'm multiplying all of the top by 3. But also for this one, I'm going to times the top by 4, and I'm going to times the top by 4 here. Now the 4's will cancel, which leaves me with 3 times this, which is what you can see here. And on this side, the 3's will cancel as well. So I get left with 3x minus 4 times 4, or using my commutative rule, 4 times 3x minus 4. Now once I got to this stage, this is actually very similar to what we did in the earlier section. We're just going to go ahead and distribute this. So 3 times 6x, 3 times 3, 4 times 3x, 4 times 4 is 16, but it says negative, so we'll make it negative 16. Bring all my x's to one side, so take away 12x from both sides, because I want to bring them to the left-hand side. Do the same on both sides, so it's that property of equality again. And these will cancel. This we can work out, 18 take away 12 is 6. And this one we've got to be careful of, it's not 16, it's actually negative 16. So although it was originally a subtract, that's the same as negative, because 0 take away 16 is negative 16. Now I want to bring the 9 to the other side, so I've got my letters on one side and numbers on the other, so I'm doing the inverse again. As it says, add 9, subtract 9 from both sides. That's going to cancel, leaving me with just 6x. And negative 16 take away 9, negative 25. Make sure you use your calculator for negative numbers. A lot of people want to go with 2 negatives making a positive, but that's the rule more for multiplication than rather than subtracting here. And then final step, if we know what 6x is, if we divide by 6, that will tell us what x is. And negative 25 over 6 doesn't simplify at all, so I'm just going to leave it as negative 25 over 6. You could change it to a mixed number if you wanted to, by saying how many 6's go into 25, which is 4, because 4 times 6 was 24. And with 1 left over for the 25, we could write it as negative 4 and 1/6 as well. So just an extension on what we've done earlier.